Okay, so we're here for the very last word with Crystal Ball, Governor Howard Dean. So this day for Romney in England, a lot of gaffes in one day. Do we think that this is something that will fade by the time we get to September, October, or does it fit into a larger narrative that is just building as we go?
That's the problem. The problem is it fits into a larger narrative. I think the narrative about Mitt Romney is that he wants to be president so bad he doesn't appear to have an inner core. And that's that Obama people have been pounding on that since March, and this fits right into it. He gets over there and he blunders. These trips are basically meant to make him look presidential. Everybody does this kind of a trip who's running for president once they get the nomination. And it made him look not presidential and not ready for prime time. And that's a very bad thing when you're running against an incumbent president.
Well, and to that point, candidate Obama went on a similar trip to 9 countries, and his was a roaring success. And for him, it was very important because he was a young senator, and the question was, was he really ready for prime time? And he was received with such enthusiasm overseas. It was part of helping the American people imagine him as commander-in-chief. And this trip is having the exact opposite effect at a time when Romney's ratings on foreign policy are already very low. Already the president has a double-digit edge on him over who people trust more, both in terms of foreign policy and in combating terrorism, which those, traditionally the Republicans have always been stronger. They've been the daddy party, so to speak. They've been tough on terrorism in the nation's mind. So that's really an unusual thing, and it looks like Obama's going to continue to enjoy that advantage.
Yeah, let me just add to that, because I think people forget that when Barack Obama went as a candidate to Berlin, he drew 200,000 people.
Right.
It was an extraordinary thing, and it was at a time when America was not well respected around the world. People really did not think that President Bush was a good president or good for the world. And so this was a huge plus for Obama, and in fact the Republicans attacked him for it because they knew it was a huge plus for him. I don't know how the Republicans are going to make up for this. Normally this kind of stuff doesn't matter a lot, but it does fit into this narrative, as we said before. I think this is a big problem.